my guess is this is kind of going to be how it will remain with Beaverson in third and McWinsauce in second. I don't think any McWinsauce is going to get any more. Beaverson looks like there's a few that may be up for grab for him. I think it's New Jersey. They're still counting for some unknown reason. It looks kind of close between him and Anderson. I'm not sure if any ground is actually being gained. Oh, it looks like a little bit. So that one may take a little longer to decide. Aside from that, Colorado's still up, but leading Goodrich. He's got a little bit of a lead. It's kind of wavering back and forth, but my guess is he'll probably take that. But at this point, it really doesn't matter, as it's already been called, and it doesn't look like through any amount of recall or Iranian ballot stuffing that this is going to change course of hands at all. So, looks like as the popular votes coming in, that Goodrich is going to finish quite a bit ahead. Beaverson gets New Jersey, so that'll keep him at the third area. Hawaii's waiting for Anderson, and I think at this point we're just waiting on Colorado. So they have 54% reporting, and looks like Goodrich still has that lead that will keep him up there. Although it's getting a little tighter, but I wouldn't hold my breath on it changing hands at all. Kind of surprising turnout or outcome of this. I had actually run it a few times prior to a recording device, and did not have any very definitive results as far as a landslide like this. In fact, one time I think I had a tie, and it was up for the Congress to split it, and I don't remember how that happened now. I don't really remember who had won the previous results and the scenarios I ran. But I do remember it wasn't the same person every time. So it's interesting to see it kind of play out. Anderson only has 3 electoral votes, it looks like, coming from his big victory in Hawaii. And then Bovice, just above him, taking Alaska up, and looks like finally they'll call Colorado for Goodrich. So they'll keep tallying the votes until everyone gets 100%. But at this point, it doesn't really matter, as they're not going to change hands. I think this thing's pretty exact that it's not going to reverse on it. We're not going to see any 2000 presidential elections where called states are going to jump back up into toss-up and then be called for someone else. It's not Florida. Florida's already been called. We don't have to worry about that. But yeah, looking at electoral votes, Bovice is at 16, even though down over there it says 13. I'm not 100% because a lot of these colors don't match. Some of them are green and go for McWinsauce, but it looks like he's got Alabama, Alaska, and I'm not sure, maybe Connecticut. Yep, and Connecticut. Beaverson took Louisiana, Kansas, Nevada, Idaho, Washington, New Jersey, and New Hampshire. McWinsauce in Montana, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Vermont, and North Carolina, and Georgia, and Oklahoma, and Florida. And then Goodrich, pretty much everything else. Oh, I'm sorry, Anderson also had Oregon as well. But Goodrich, California, which is a big one, Utah, Arizona, Minnesota, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Texas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, another big one, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, two big heavy hitters as well, Massachusetts, and Maine, which, I mean, you take California, Texas, and you got a pretty sizable lead right there. New York, Pennsylvania, Illinois, and you basically got this thing wrapped up. So not very surprising when you win those that you don't win the whole thing. So kind of played out pretty one-handed here, as everything's pretty much all decided at this point. And I don't know if you really need my commentary any further. I'm sure a lot of people are disappointed, mainly Mr. Bovice, P-Sun, but you know what? You have a shitty candidate, and that happens. Even Johnny America can turn that ticket around.